Same rogue movers are at it again. Their operations were shuttered in North Carolina and Texas, and guess what? They're in Baltimore.
WMER2 investigator Mallory Safaste has tracked the various companies and their owner across the country. She tells us how they've opened up shop here and in the process actually hurt a local business. Because if it matters to you, it is a matter for Mallory.
It keeps happening. Business after business shut down by the feds. But it's only after they've caused damage, distress, and financial harm. Mostly it's to the consumer who chose one of these companies not knowing their true history and past infractions. However, this time, they've also managed to besmirch a local business.
How did you hear about them?
A lot of people calling and complaining, thinking that we were them.
How many complaints or phone calls do you think you've received about this other company?
I would say roughly, I'd say probably 50 or 60.
WMAR2 connected Unified Van Lines to this sprawling web of rogue moving companies and Andre Shuklin. And when he branched into Baltimore with this new company, he chose a name similar to an already established mover in Hyattsville, Unified Moving Services, LLC. General Manager Mark Zamicelli says that was no coincidence, and his business is now feeling the fallout from the tactic.
I have to work twice as hard to maintain our reputation. I mean, it's hard enough to maintain a B rating, but the A+ rating in this industry is almost impossible. We've got great people here. They work hard. And now I've got to fight to maintain that with false accusations on people we've never even met or moved or received a dime from.
We also have emails Unified Van Lines sent to potential customers that link to Unified Moving Services A+ rating.
I have to take care of a situation that should not be my situation. A young lady called me from California, whole house, probably 5,000 square feet. They arrived, picked up their stuff, and when they got there, they said, ma'am, once it was loaded on the truck, this move is going to cost you an additional $9,000.
And then it's Mark who breaks it to the aggrieved person over the phone.
And this is the difficult part, walking it through that they've been ripped off, taken advantage of.
We also know that even though the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration revoked their operating authority, the company continues to move people. They've also filed for 4 other Department of Transportation license numbers that do not come with the red print.
Just $300, pay somebody that you know, a friend, put it under his name, and now they open up again under Unified Van Lines.
The FMCSA has launched awareness campaigns to educate consumers to search for DOT numbers and research companies online. But the average consumer doesn't know you also need a valid MC number, and most don't know that companies also post fake reviews detailing positive experiences.
They don't have the personnel to keep checking and checking and checking, because this is Mike's company, Bill's company, Joe's company, Rick's company. It's all the same company.
Once again, the FMCSA declined an in-person interview. And even after we told them what we found, spokeswoman Sharon Worthy said they cannot comment on an ongoing investigation.
I really pray that someone could get involved in this, whether it be the FBI or somebody, and just shut these companies down, because this is fraud. You're taking money under false pretenses.
But he is not confident that he'll see the penalties he believes the company deserves.
When they were shut down, we celebrated for 1 week, and they're open up again. And I'm still getting calls from individuals, and again, I feel sorry for them. The tears are just, it's incredible what you have to listen to.
He just hopes that if and when they're caught, a clear message is sent.
This is what they do. It's very hard to nail them down and catch them. But when they catch them, something severe has to be done, because maybe it will just keep a couple of those bad companies out of there. But they're always going to be with us, I'm afraid. I hate to say that.
The American Moving and Storage Association vets professional moving companies and lists reputable ones on their website. Unified Moving Services is on that list. So we reached out to the president of the association, who had this to say about Unified Van Lines. Quote, scam artists like this one have no place in the professional moving industry. They can give legitimate businesses a bad name, hurting not just their customers, but honest business people and workers. They're also calling on federal and state officials to take swift action to protect innocent consumers.
Whether they book with Mark or not, he sends everyone who calls a list of red flags to look out for. Someone should always come to your home to give you an accurate estimate. Only pay a small amount up front. Payment is due upon delivery. And you can hear what Mark has to say about companies that take cash only. You can see that on our website. Other tips as well as links to Mallory's extensive reporting on the rogue movers. And if you have a matter for Mallory, she wants to hear from you. You can email her at mallory@wmar.com.